Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, sometimes you think of stuff and say, this might be a great idea. And I've had so much fun in tailgates that I've done in the past. And wanted to do something bigger and better tailgate wise. And there's the old saying, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I'm a little scared and a little worried right now because I've got about 60 some people who said that they're going. I have 187 people said they're interested. 187. That's a lot of chicken wings. I mean, a lot of chicken wings. At least what's cool about this, because we all know how much the price of a ticket is to the NFL. The upper level seats are about 150 plus, and then the lower levels are even worse. 220 and up if you're lucky. So we have a lot of people that are actually going to go to the game and just stay in the parking lot. So we're going to be watching the game and live streaming from the parking lot. Some of us will be going inside watching the game, but we're going to be basically doing a party. I'm going to have a couple of the canopies up there. I'm actually working on this outdoor antenna to make sure we can have a couple of TVs set up in there. I'll have my generator there, and because it's getting kind of cool, I'll probably bring like a propane heater. And 12 o'clock when the lot's open, we'll be setting up and we'll be cooking, eating, and watching the game. And hopefully I'll have enough food for everybody. So the big question is right now, we look at our team. We've got some great things. We've got some things that you kind of say, meh. Some things we need to work on. The offensive line started out shaky, with Connor Williams, but he is kind of beginning to settle down. Lyle Collins is kind of getting into a groove, and Joe Looney, and people don't understand how important the center is, but Joe Looney was kind of thrust into the position not knowing. I mean, it came out of left field that Travis Frederick was not going to be there for the season, but he's actually coming along really well. But that's the guy that sets everything. That's the guy that makes all the calls. So if you have a, bad center, it can mess up the whole line. A center is a difference maker, just like, your left tackle. But they're getting better. Your quarterback, he's got some issues, but, he's big, he's strong, he can run, and he has things that he can do well, if provided the team uses those things. Now, one of the spots you look at, you say, is safety. That they're playing pretty good, but they're not getting as much turnovers as you'd like to have. You look at wide receivers. You don't have a premier wide receiver. Dez is gone. You don't have an Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham and things like that. And you question if this team is a team that we can challenge for Super Bowl, then you try and make every effort to bring in enough talent to go ahead and make that run. If you believe that you are a ways away, you don't waste that pick. And you also look at the talent that's out there as well as what it costs. So Amari Cooper, the Raiders are interested in trading him. And you have to look at this and say, at this point, after week 6, what kind of impact can he make on this team? having to learn our system and our terminology. The plays are basically the same, but it's the terminology that gets you. You got to understand what the quarterback is calling and where I'm supposed to be. You know, is there enough time to develop a repertoire? Will you be better than what you have currently on the roster? And if I have to give up a pick, is that something that's going to hurt the team down the road? The Raiders are crazy. They want a number one draft pick. Way too much. Aw, Sookie. Okay. Let's see. Oops. I unplugged it. Checking out the antenna. It's supposed to be a high def antenna. Uh-oh. I unplugged it. Okay. So we're working on making sure that we have TV. PCR 4.1. No signal. We had a signal for a minute, so I unplugged it. Guess I got a little work to do on this thing. Okay. Anyway, we'll get it together before Sunday. We definitely had NBC, and I kind of screwed it up, I guess, by moving it. Maybe I plugged it. But anyway, I'll get back to that. So with Amari Cooper, you got to look at it and say, is he going to be the guy? We tried that before with the Roy Williams, you know, because Roy Williams was an established receiver in Detroit. Why do we keep getting things from Detroit? But he didn't pan out. And we gave up 2 number ones. And that actually set back the team because not having those number 1 picks, the next year was one of the worst drafts in the Dallas Cowboys history. Literally everybody that we drafted in that draft in 2009 were out of off the team within 3 years, and most of them weren't even in the league any longer. So in my mind, the Cowboys need to stay away from, definitely need to stay away from making that trade for Amari Cooper. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a voodoo doll and a day job, just trying to get the TV working for the live streams. For game day. I'm Mark Holmes, and I got a lot of work to do between now and Sunday. If you guys are interested in going, go to my Facebook page, Joe Boo Sports Report, make sure you like it, or Cowboy Joe Boo, and check on the event. We'll be an orange lot behind the parking structure. Just look for a horde of Dallas Cowboy fans. And use your nose, smell the food. I'll see you guys soon.